This is Sirach 7:1, and it says, "Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee." And how much wickedness, how much evil has America done, especially to these other countries, these other nations? How much evil has it done unto the Lord's chosen people as well? All right. So all this evil, all this mischief is just going to return to Babylon. So going back to verse 11, it says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off." So it's going to be just, event after event just suddenly arising and taking place. And people are going to be fearful, and that mirth of the land is going to be completely dissolved. All right? And that's what the Lord's ultimately going to do with an ungodly kingdom like Babylon, America, man. All right, it says, "Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know." It also tells you in Job that that terrors are going to meet you on every side. So they know what's going on. Okay. So let's play this. Let's listen to this one again, and then let me get the other one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might want to hide your kids and wives real quick. Put your seatbelts on, because the title of this video is that Netanyahu make threats about nuking U.S. cities. Though you don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe, but definitely share this video, because apparently this one is also resurfacing now. So we're gonna get to that. I also gotta show you this from Redacted. And first of all, let's jump into this one. Roll it.
So this is called a duper's delight. When he's smiling, watch, he's smiling already. And he's going to smile when he talks about nuclear bombs hitting the United States.
Atomic guns. In New York City, in Target, Washington, Boston.
He's smiling.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up. Am I making
gleeful.
that up? He looks gleeful. That's called duper's delight.
Dang. If you've seen Dexter, you know what that is. But man, okay, let's get to it.
Benjamin Netanyahu did it again. Benjamin Netanyahu is the king of projection. Here he is trying to get America involved in another war in the Middle East with Iran. And let's listen to how funny he is. He's very funny.
Iran is developing now ballistic missiles that are intercontinental ballistic missiles for 8,000 kilometers.
Yeah, he was throwing throwing out a lot of propaganda, that people should fear, and this is all in hopes to get people to support their agenda to start war with Iran. And now look, we're officially here now, right? But guess what? Even though America finally started this war, and now they can't stop what they finished, I'm even hearing that they secretly been calling for a second ceasefire, because Iran is not stopping. So, we're in the thick of it now, and guess what? There's still chances of there being attacks in the country. All right. So if they've been alarming about this, I'm pretty sure that they're going to try it at some point. A few plots have been thwarted off, but who's to say that some of these things don't actually start to happen? Now, a nuclear bomb, I mean that's a bit severe. We know that the prophecy said that Babylon's going to be leveled, but that's going to be on the day of the Lord. When Russia and all their allies that got the ICBM, the nuclear capabilities, would end up shooting on Babylon. All right, but you can see it in this devil's countenance, man. You know what I mean? Because for them it's just another big sacrifice. If something like that to happen in the country, that would just be another sacrifice for them. So let's play a little more. I was playing the short, but now this is actually the official video.
Range. What does that mean? They add another 3,000 kilometers, and they've got under their atomic guns, in New York City, in Target, Washington, Boston, Miami, Mar-a-Lago. Okay, so that is a very great.
Did you see the weird smile on his face as he was saying that? Did you see how he smiled? Mar-a-Lago. Okay.
You don't want to be under the nuclear gun of these people who are not necessarily rational and who chant death to America.
So I just want to go through.
He's talking about Iran, and yeah, so for how many decades Netanyahu has been saying, yeah, a week from now, we only got a month, we only got a week, they got nukes and all that. I mean, recently, you got Uncle Donnie, President Trump, to drop like double penetration bunker busters at their nuclear facilities. They don't have the nukes right now, bro. Just relax, bro. You've done.
And now, but now since this whole situation happened, they got more than reason to create the nuclear weapon now. You know, you got the new selected supreme leader of Iran now, which is the son of the former supreme leader that was assassinated, and you could tell that he gonna mean business when he, you know, now that he's in, you know, he's gonna definitely be an avenger, you know, for what happened. You know, they took his pops out. So he ain't gonna play no games, man. So they thought this was supposed to be a regime change with taking out one guy. That's totally idiotic. You know, if they understood, if they studied their enemy, they would know that they have a whole constitution that they go by. All these guys that they kill, they just get replaced because these guys are trained, you know, from a youth. All right, so Persia is a whole different animal than, you know, what they're used to, you know, taking down. So this was a dumb move, but hey, the Most High, he directs the steps of men. You know, the heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord. You know, so we're just all watching it unfold because hey, the Lord's, you know, he's ushering in, you know, the end of Esau's world. But let's you know, finish up a little bit more of this and then we'll close. Matter of fact, let me skip ahead a little bit.
Along getting America to fight his wars, right? Using American taxpayer dollars. So our tech, and I'm in Canada, so it's kind of like the same thing, right? Canada-US alliance is obviously a big one. Yeah, right now, there's a little bit of deterioration because of the tariffs and whatnot, but generally speaking, right, even Canadian taxpayer dollar has been going into that bull squash. But of course, America is always, America most of all, like American taxpayer dollar has been going into funding Netanyahu's wars. It never has been about America. It always has been about him, man.
Yeah, this is the same guy who said years ago, it's quoted that he said that America is basically the golden calf that needs to be stripped. See if I can find that. So this guy, he clearly don't care he don't even care what's happening to his own people over there. The civilians over in Tel Aviv and Israel, he don't care about that either. He dipped out of Dodge and did not care for the people to have their adequate safety and shelter. Yeah, let me get that. It was in 1990, he said, America is a golden calf. We will suck it dry, chop it up, and sell it off piece by piece until there's nothing left, with the world's biggest welfare state that we will create and control. You know? So and look where it's at now. You know what I mean? This place is slowly dying out. And look at, you know, as a result of this war, you know, look at the barrels of oil now. They finna leave this place wide open, and it's getting ready to suffer. And Babylon is completely vulnerable. It's about to be a draft, so it's going to be a lot less men on the street when they start to force these YNs off the street to go over there and fight in that war. You know, these little thought pockets on TikTok shaking their ass, they going. Yeah, man. And then you got these little sleeper cells in the country. So who's going to be here to protect? The gas prices, food prices, everything is on the rise. People ain't gonna be able to afford to drive back and forth to work soon. They're gonna be calling for their employers, hey man, give us a raise, give us something. You know, this is crazy. But anyway, let's go back.
And the way to deal with it, among other things, was to apply military force against them.
The way we did it in.
Has permanent Israeli IDF presence in Gaza, unless.
All right, so let me go from there now, and let me get this video, and then we'll wrap it up. So this is another one. And I remember doing a lesson on these before, all right, months ago. So now you start to see a bit of activity in the country. You know, now you got these random shootings at these bars now, and bomb scares. You know, airports, you know, shutting down because of bomb scares. Like, so it's going to be like The Siege again. You remember that movie, The Siege, that came out in the late 90s with Denzel Washington and Bruce Willis? Go back and rewatch that movie. Go back and rewatch that movie, man. It was a good movie, but they were trying to tell us something. Okay? We in that time, man.
איראני אני אומר. אני מדבר איתכם ועבורכם כבר עשרות שנים. רגע האמת מתקרב. כי איננו מבקשים לחלק את איראן. אנחנו מבקשים לשחרר את איראן. לשחרר אותה מעול העריצות ולחיות עימה בשלום. אבל בסופו של יום, השחרור מעול העריצות, השחרור הזה יהיה תלוי בכם, בני העם האיראני האמיץ ולמוד הסבל. ביבי! מי שרוקים החמים, בין איראנים גולים ליהודים,
So that was all him, you know, basically propagating, you know, about Iran and how, you know, basically they're going to be liberated. So this was, you know, they was planning this for a minute. All right. But he's doing all this, and but then also warning America that, hey, y'all better be careful because something can happen on the soils of America in various cities. And now look what we see now. You know, so you can't put it past any of these devils, man. Micah 2. Micah 2:1. And it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. You know, and they can't sleep unless they have done mischief. You know, and they take away their sleep until they cause something to fall. You know, so we in for it, man. And so you brothers buckle up, you sisters as well. You know, just prepare yourselves, man. Okay, because this, you know, we in the thick of it. The scriptures say that at the time of Jacob's trouble, it will be no other time like it. So it is, hey, but at the same time, hey, you know, we getting ready to be delivered up out of here too. You know, and that's the good news. That's, you know, one way to comfort yourself. That, you know, all these evil things got to happen before the good comes. But, you know, these devils, you know, they have to make their moves because, like it says in Revelation 12:12, you know, the devil shall come down unto you having great wrath, knowing that he have but a short time. So this is what to all expect, you know, and I believe some of these, whatever happens, you know, some of these will be, you know, F flags. You know, some of them can be actual legitimate, you know, situations, you know, because they let people in the country. And I believe that was done by design, of course. And, you know, these people that are, you know, going through it over there, they're going to be very vengeful. So it could be that, or it could be your own government. Either way, prepare yourselves. So anyway, with that, I'm going to give all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Until the next one, Shalom.